Live from the multiverse of madness, it's Super GameKraft 2 with your host, Bronson Fiore.
I am Bronson Fiore, joined by the always awesome Aaron Reynolds.
Yo, what's going on, you guys?
The mod mommy, the wielder of the banhammer, a Miss Emily Hoslander. The HR ninja,
Our own ninja.
Jesse Pewitt.
Hello,
Yep.
I did my monthly stream this month, so
Oh,
All right.
You hit quota. Yes.
Right.
So Square Enix sells off Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, and the studios behind them, Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix Eidos and Square Enix Montreal, to the fine folks at Embracer Group.
Yeah.
They are a Sweden-based company who owns Gearbox, THQ Nordic, Saber Interactive, Koch Media, Deep Silver, Coffee Stain Studios, and recently acquired publisher Dark Horse and tabletop publisher Asmodee.
jeez.
I don't know if you guys have
get-
seen, Embracer Group owns a lot of game companies.
They do, and the until now was a bunch of companies other than Dark Horse that I could give a fuck about.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but
But they do own a lot of them.
they own a lot of them.
To be fair, as I get older, it gets harder and harder for me to care. But
Vibes. Straight vibes.
Yeah, that's just true facts, man. It's just
Iron
it-
Rose says, "Wait, what does that mean for the great sequel to the greatest Spider-Man game?"
you mean they're developed by Insomniac.
So that's fine.
So
Yeah,
hopefully
no. If
nothing.
you're talking about that Spider-Man, they're good. They're still doing their thing.
They are off making that thing in a Wolverine game.
And the Wolverine.
Tomb Raider though.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
bummer.
Tomb Raider,
That's a bummer.
Guardians, and Marvel's Avengers.
Yeah, Guardians
gonna
of the
need to be concerned
Galaxy
about.
also real big. They put out. Here's the thing: I just can't like games anymore, guys, because every one I touch, it just goes bad.
It's screwed afterward.
Okay.
Ooh,
And
more
that
fun
is
news.
New York City sues Activision, targeting CEO Bobby Kotick. Hey!
We just need to get a soundboard, and anytime one of these comes up, we just play another one.
And another one.
What it fucking feels like, my man. Like,
I mean, with all this shit that's been going on, yeah.
so their argument is that this sale shouldn't go through because fucking dickhead Bobby Kotick will, use the sale to escape fucking being punished for all his bullshit. Because what'll
Avoiding
happen?
persecution.
Yeah. So when the sale goes through, he'll stay on as a Microsoft board member, but can't be charged for all his crap. We actually swore off Activision. Well, the thing is I am a big fan of what a lot of Blizzard used to make. So
Unfortunately, you're tied to all this.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hear it no matter what is the thing. So
Yeah.
just all right, Aaron.
Means we're gonna have to hear it by association.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We're not going to linger on
pretty
this
much.
long because we've talked about it so much, but we do want to bring it up. This is also a thing because we've been really big on the way Xbox has handled themselves the last
Mhm.
couple years.
It's
and
been all the stuff related to Xbox the past 2 years has been super positive.
yeah.
There's we got Ubisoft takeover drama. I didn't actually read this one, Aaron. I didn't get to it. What's going on here?
So Ubisoft gains on report founding family considering partnering with. So this is really interesting. French video game publisher Ubisoft rose 10% on a report that the company's founding family is considering partnering with a private equity firm to acquire the company. The Guillermo family, which we all know if you've seen a Ubisoft press conference, they come out and do their
Eve.
thing.
Bless that man.
They currently own 15.9% of the company's shares and 22.3% of the net voting shares. But they're likely to oppose a takeover from strategic buyers, according to a deal reporter item. The founding family wants to maintain their reign at the video game maker. Now, here's something that's interesting. The report comes after Bloomberg reported last month Ubisoft is drawing buyout interest from suitors who are kicking the tires on the publisher of the Assassin's Creed and Far Cry franchises, Blackstone. Blackstone, the company that's making it so millennials and younger cannot own homes, is interested in Ubisoft.
That's weird.
Yeah. and KKR are linked to preliminary looks at the company, though there's no
Can we
serious
just
indication. What?
can we just fast forward to our nightmare cyberpunk dystopia already?
By the time we get to
transition to-
cyberpunk future, we're gonna be old, and it's gonna be like, I can't use my samurai sword to fight corporate ninjas. Sorry,
It's just
Ninja.
like,
Sorry, no offense, HR Ninja.
No, totally
Okay.
get it.
Um,
I'd be right there with you.
hey, yeah, right. So the initial reason the Blackstone thing, like, yeah, but just hey, we were talking about acquisitions. What would be worrying? And we talk about like Bethesda and Activision getting bought up, because of course my mind is just broken, and it constantly relates back to like E3, and I think
of
about how
course.
those companies had press conferences, but I always felt like Ubisoft was part of that like second tier. There's like your first tier, which is the console manufacturers, and then you have like EA and Ubisoft.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then like Bethesda started getting up there, but I just didn't treat them the same. They're just, I don't know.
They had their moments, but like
Yes.
it was very apparent that some years they did not have the stuff to show.
Right.
Uh,
And they came on, later as their own conference, whereas EA and Ubisoft's been around for a bit.
since the start, like,
Right. Yeah.
Pretty
and so-
much, yeah.
So Ubisoft, to me, the news is Ubisoft's about to get acquired by something. The Guillermo family is trying to maintain control over it, but we could see something in the next few years regarding Ubisoft. Look at it. It's an IGN article, Inside the Growing Discontent Behind Nintendo's Fun Facade. Special report. We go in-depth on the growing frustration within Nintendo of America. It goes into depth about what's going on, getting stories from people who work there. Nintendo of America is relying more and more and more on contractors rather than full-time employees, not giving them a lot of avenues to get to being full-time employees and treating them like second-class citizens. We've heard this story a number of times in a couple of other places, but Nintendo is continuing that.
they number one, baby.
Yeah. Signs of being an old company. Let's see here. I'm just gonna roll through because we've heard this story so many times, and it keeps happening.
We can't keep getting away with it.
they pinpoint the beginning of the decline at around the death of Satoru Iwata. Shocker. It was good until he died, and then like, oh well. It seems like that guy was a pretty cool dude. Maybe we should have emulated. Anyway, and then
why would you take lessons from him when you can make all the money in the world?
Yeah. Right now the mood is really tense. Worst case scenario, because when Nintendo of America is a marketing company, any article like Kotaku is marketing, and you really worry that Japan is going to see this and say, okay, what are we going to do about it? They're talking about layoffs in Nintendo of America? I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, so changing times. They got an interview from Reggie Fils-Aimé about this because I believe he just wrote a book.
He did just
I
write
want
a
to
book.
read it. I want to read it real bad, but I also have a bunch of other books I need to read.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I might be able to fit it.
Satoru
couple
Iwata
books
died in
in.
2015. Nintendo's earnings plunged a dizzying 60% in 2016. Let's see. Yeah, they're not really hiring people at full time. More contract work, and then the full-time employees are, because there's so much contract work, the full-time employees just become managers for the contractors, and just no one seems to be happy with this situation.
Yep.
This is from his tweet, IMAX is teaming with us for Summer Game Fest on June 9th and the Game Awards in December. That's right, watch all the reveals, surprises, and announcements with your friends in select IMAX theaters for full-scale immersion. This is going to be cool. With Summer Game Fest, we are building a next-generation global event, decentralized physical events for the community in IMAX, big showcases from us and partners, play-at-home content, and much more. This is the future, and it feels good. We are just getting started. And then a follow-up tweet. To those asking, yes, Summer Game Fest will still stream across YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and many other places for free. IMAX is just another show / new way to gather with the community to watch the show if you desire. I think this is cool.
This is cool. I mean, we're going to be streaming it, so it's not like it fucking matters to us, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Sony said the same thing about PlayStation at home, though, and like watching E3 and Evo and those kinds of things.
I think that's different, don't you think?
Yeah, well, yeah,
Just a smidge, maybe.
I just like, I don't know, PlayStation Home was, you're with people, but like, I don't know, PlayStation Home was a weird thing that I have bittersweet feelings towards.
Oh god, I was so sad when that died. I was really hoping they'd carry it to PS4.
Yeah.
I was really hoping. Like I was like, I wanted to keep that dream alive.
Right. I kind of wanted for a good long time. I wanted Xbox to do the same with their little avatars. Like you've already got the avatars up, like make little worlds for people to run around in, little lobbies. But you know, we talk about how these two events are kind of, you know, big deals to the gaming community. But these two events are like, E3 tried to let the general public in, and it kind of made it a shit show. Yo, what up, Blasian Asian?
Oh, Blasian.
17 months with
Hell yeah,
Blasian.
baby.
Dude.
Good old Blasian Asian. Thank you, Shenron.
Master Shenron, always a pleasure.
Yes. So, but like, yeah, they've tried to get like the general public involved with E3, and that kind of went to the wayside. And Game Awards happens in LA or wherever it happens.
I believe it's in LA.
Like everyone just kind of went home and watched, which is perfectly fine.
Yep.
But to now have these little venues where people can gather together who otherwise don't know each other and come celebrate games and watch these reveals and awards and all that together, I think is super cool.
It is. I'd agree with that.
Yeah. So
I like me to Halos. I played some of that new Halo season this week.
Did you now?
I did. I only did like 2 matches of the new mode. It's cool. It's like a battle royale with 16 people.
16 people? Okay.
Good
yeah,
shit.
and you have lives.
Lives. Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. And like the more you level up, like the more the better the weapon. Like the more people you kill and get experience points, the more you'll level up, and then you use that level to go and get a better starting weapon for each life you get.
Jeez, interesting.
So, new mode called Last Spartan Standing, and then King of the Hill and Attrition. So, Attrition, that's I forget what that mode is. King of the Hill speaks for itself. Your team or one person stands in the hill, and whoever does it the longest gets the most points. Last Spartan Standing is that new mode I talked about. They've also nerfed some melee damage and had ammo stores cut by 25% on certain guns. They are going to improve the Ravager, and then they are also going to fix the Banshee. So there's a bunch of balance changes is the short version. Some new maps. They're also tweaking the thickness of the player outline. So if you have lower impaired vision, you can turn that on.
Okay.
So yeah, also when you board an enemy tank, planting a grenade will instantly kill the pilot. And yeah, that's basically that. They're working on a bunch of new stuff coming over the course of the year. They put out a roadmap. Yeah, no, that in the thing they do show like a whole fucking just wall of text of what's coming just in this update alone.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. There's a lot going on. You know, which good. That game is dope. It's just I wish that it was. I wish that game came out like a year later, because like its campaign was awesome, but it has no co-op. Like the best Halo campaign since 3 in my mind. So you have this really awesome campaign combined with this really, really good multiplayer that just didn't have enough content. No Forge, no campaign co-op, like 10 maps, less modes than any other Halo since the launch. It was just a lot, man, that they just didn't have, and like they're slowly adding it, and they're slowly adding balance tweaks. I played this week and I had a super fun time. So
nice. Cool.
Yeah, no, it's just it's a matter of like I think by the end of this year that's going to be the best Halo game since 3. if their roadmap is correct, and by the end of the year we have Forge and we have all of our stuff and the multiplayer's done and we have our campaign co-op, then yes, I will totally say this is the best Halo in years.